Traditional biochar sources. Here we are going to learn about the traditional use of biochar sources and practices, pottery shards used along with biochar, and many other components which had been used traditionally. Traditionally, biochar has been used in many parts of the world. Knowingly, unknowingly, this culture had been there. In the context of global warming, food security, reclaiming degraded soils, enhancing soil productivity, reducing soil leaching, and sequestering carbon, etc., biochar has regained prominence. Ancient civilizations understood biochar's use in improving soil fertility for agriculture. This happened throughout the world, and improving soil fertility to improve food security has been a major concern of farmers for several centuries, as it affects their livelihoods. So when first people started living from agriculture, that includes the cultivation practices that evolved over time, then also to support large populations, they had to innovate. In this process of increased production, soil fertility is an important factor. So in many places, the soil fertility was not good. Otherwise, in the process of cultivation, due to plowing or due to leaving it to vagaries of the nature, such as high rainfall or drought conditions, there had been many other reasons. So in this regard, they started evolving some methodologies based on the existing materials which were byproducts. So biochar is one of the byproducts of their lifestyle, say cooking or burning of excess biomass. So all these things. On an average, 30 to 50 kilograms of biochar can be produced by inefficient production methods. This involve collecting biomass from an acre of land after harvesting the produce. This is a crude method. So this is for all types of crops together I am speaking on an average situation. Crop residue is otherwise burnt openly by some farmers, which is not recommended. Stubble burning is an important issue that is there globally, and this is increasing. And because they are unable to convert this biomass into some valuable resource, say composting, for various other reasons, or used as feed for animals. So it is like biomass wasted. Considering that the life of biochar found in the soil in agricultural fields is about 1,000 years, burning biomass would affect a cumulative accumulation of biochar. This is irrespective of how little is produced each burning. A majority of fields currently under cultivation are at least 100 to 200 years old. This means that there are at least 10 tons of biochar in their soils accumulated cumulatively over time. Application of biochar to fields should be preceded by a measurement of the pre-existing biochar in the soil and other substances such as pottery shards and bones, etc. This is because without knowing the baseline of a field or the situation and condition of a field, excess application of biochar has less value or it may not show great results too. So this aspect need to be consciously looked into in any field that a person is intended to apply biochar. In discussions with farmers on why they prefer to burn biomass in the fields, they said that it is easy to carry out farm operations like weeding and plowing without interference from the biomass stumps. After every crop harvest, there is some time between the first crop and second crop. Here, the management of biomass and the time that is existing, especially in the irrigation areas where water will be supplied immediately by the existing irrigation systems. There, they need to act immediately. Say, even composting might take 3 months, 6 months based on the kind of the feedstock or the biomass that has come out. So a farmer is not able to wait here. So that is also one big reason. First they want to get rid of this biomass from their field. So burning had been the easiest method for them. The burning of biomass results in baking of the soil, which kills certain dormant larvae that could otherwise develop and cause damage to crops. Burning also reduces the presence of termites and ants. However, it is also quite possible that beneficial life forms also die in the process. So many microbes they would die in the process. But with rainfall and after few months or days, again they can thrive and they can occupy this biochar. So microbial life that the life cycle is there for them, and seasonally this kind of exposure would also kill them, but they could regain. That possibility is there, but we have to uh, add on this microbial life along with biochar. Then it becomes very fast, this whole process. People burn millions of tons of crop residue in several parts of India or globally that we had been seeing. And in India, especially from January to July, and sometimes we can see from November, December onwards too. As part of preparing the field for cultivation, burnt residue gets converted into biochar and ash. There are two material products which remain as residue after burning, that is biochar and ash. This practice has benefited soils and farmers for ages. So no matter whether they burn systematically and efficiently and do pyrolysis and convert every existing biomass into biochar and then systematically apply, or indirectly if they are doing this kind of practice, then also it benefits. But in the second method, that is not following the systems or certain good practices, the loss of biomass conversion into biochar will be high. So the accrued benefits that a farmer would get in the process will be minimal. So for that reason, why there is a need for large scale training of the farmers and awareness and facilitation of certain technologies or even cooperative models in villages to convert their biomass into biochar. Burning of biomass in forest fires and burning of open crop residue produces smoke and aerosol particles, say soot, that are considered a major source of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane, volatile organic compounds, nitrogen oxides, and halogen compounds. The greenhouse gases CO2 and methane directly contribute to global warming. And here, if we see the overall the freedom of farmers, traditionally farmers were independent over the year and they are becoming more and more dependent in the present situation of government policies and various other things.